Ursula von der Leyen, the architect of hypocrisy. Ursula von der Leyen stands at the podium in Strasbourg, delivering her grand State of the Union speech, wrapped in carefully chosen words about values, solidarity, and Europe's so-called moral compass. But behind the theatrical applause, what truly resonates is not leadership, but hypocrisy at its highest form. This is the same Commission president who, while Palestinian children were being slaughtered under Israeli bombs, chose to embrace the language of Israel's right to defend itself, instead of condemning a campaign of collective punishment that any honest observer knows is nothing short of genocide. Now, after a year of complicity, after tens of thousands dead in Gaza, after West Bank settlements expand like a cancer, von der Leyen suddenly discovers the courage to talk about suspending trade with Israel. Too little, too late. Her words are not justice. They are an insult to the dead. Where was Ursula when Gaza's hospitals were reduced to rubble? When 8 convoys were bombed? When the UN screamed about famine engineered by blockade? She was silent. Worse than silent. She was an accomplice, granting legitimacy to the butchers of civilians. And now, in a grotesque performance, she pretends to lead the call for accountability. It is not only Gaza. The EU under her watch has turned a blind eye to the genocide in Congo, to Sudan's mass graves, to Yemen's endless war. Why? Because European industries thrive on African minerals drenched in blood, on arms sales that fuel wars, and on political deals that protect the powerful. The business of Europe is not human rights, it is profit. And von der Leyen is its chief executive officer. She speaks of sanctions on Russia with righteous fire. But where are the sanctions on Israel, which openly spits on international law? Where is the outrage when EU weapons and trade agreements empower war criminals from Tel Aviv to Khartoum? Von der Leyen only finds her voice when it suits her political survival. To call her actions late is an understatement. They are criminal. She should not be standing at the helm of Europe, but standing before an international tribunal, answering for complicity in genocide. History will not remember her carefully polished speeches. History will remember her as a leader who cloaked blood-soaked hands in the EU flag and dared to call it justice. The truth is brutal but simple. Europe under von der Leyen has no moral high ground left. It cannot lecture the world on democracy while profiting from the suffering of millions. Until its leaders, starting with Ursula von der Leyen, are held accountable, the European Union will remain not a beacon of values, but a monument of shame.